How's it going, guys? So I picked up a new project here. This is a 2000 Honda Prelude. It came with no motor, kind of. So it has the transmission, and there's the H23A1 block, but that block is no good. If you look on the inside here, right down in there, it's got some scoring in there, as you can see. So that block is no good. So what we picked up instead is the F23A1. So today I put in some ARP head studs and an MLS gasket, and right now I am working on getting the engine mounts mounted up. This one I'm gonna have issues with because of this bracket right here is gonna be too narrow apparently. So I need to get one out of F22A1 1990 to 93 Honda Accord. So I just gotta get this bracket on and that bracket on. So right here, I had to go to Lowe's like last minute, like 10 minutes before they closed. This is a 3/8 -24 by 2.5 inches long. This is the original bolt that came out for the driver's side over here. Goes right down into this right here. This is the bolt here and everything, or where it goes in. Not that one, sorry. It goes into this right here, that elongated one. So what it is the actual size of it is a M10 by 1.25. So what we're gonna have to do, since these aren't the right threads, is we're gonna have to put them in here, and we're gonna have to rethread it with a tap and die set. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. So this is what we're using right here on there. Grab some PV blaster. Sorry, it's a little wobbly. PV blaster a little bit. And just slowly get on there, make sure we're threading it right, make sure things are out of the way. Now we can go thread it all the way down. I use PV blaster, just kind of give it a little bit of lubrication. Usually when I start threading like this, I put a little bit more on there, give a little more, lubrication. What this is going to do is it's going to cut it down to the threads we need it to. It'll start getting easy for a little bit. Once you start getting down there, it's going to harden up on us again now. Almost to the end here. Okay, now we're to the end. I'll just back it out. Make sure you got, a red rag or something close by to wipe off all the shavings of this. I know my workbench is a little messy. I just barely built this whole carport setup and everything. Still getting through on this stuff here, getting things worked out. As you can see, we got that there. So if we come over here now, we can look and see if this will thread right in. Look at that. Beautifully threads right into it. So now, get stuff out of the way here. We can, if I can get everything set up here. Yeah, move you guys around here to the side. This might work a little better. See? There we go. So now we can take this, Put that bolt we just threaded right down in. Thread it right in. Not going nowhere. Let's see, this should work. That one go in. Maybe if we get this back one to go in. There we go. Got those to go in. Get your 14mm put on these. Crank it right down in. There we go. That one is awkwardly at an angle, but you know, we got it to work. And now we're gonna move on to the next ones. Alright, now we're gonna get the passenger side installed here. Just gotta move around a little bit here, my mess I got going on. Like I said, I just built this carport. Got it off Amazon for 600 bucks. It's all metal. The roof is metal besides the walls are tarp. And the doors are tarp, which is fine. They work great. We just finished sealing the roof and everything on this and getting it pretty much so it won't leak anymore, because it's rained a few times here and it's leaked water everywhere all over my toolbox and my red cart and soaked a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I gotta fully get it sealed now. I can probably bring my Husky toolbox I bought out here now and see how that goes. But yeah. Alright. Got that one in now. Sorry for moving around a bunch. My foot is right next to the tripod there. For some reason, these bolts on here in the back are 17s and the one over here on the driver's side is a 14. So, and make sure to not drop one like I just did. But when you're looking at it, this is a short one. This one goes in the front of this mount right here, which goes right into the front of this right here. So maybe if I get it thread in. Alright. Let me go over and get my little handy dandy magnet so I can get that, because I don't want to fall underneath the car and grab it. I got a transmission in the front in the way here, and yeah. So the transmission I wanted to put on it was going to be a Honda Accord one. I don't know the engine code for it. But I have two Prelude transmissions. I had a 4th gen Prelude. I pulled an H23A1 motor. It's actually sitting behind me. I'll show you guys that here in a second. I pulled that out. I was going to put in here, but I ran into an issue with this on the distributor here. Since the older ones are an 8-pin, this one's a 4-pin. Well, the issue with this is this car was manual swapped. It was an automatic. So this is an automatic harness. So what I have to do on this F23 here on the distributor, I have a pigtail. It's a 4-pin, but it's different. The pigtail, this is different than that one on there. So I basically have to cut that off and then splice the wires together and put it on there. And everything should work, I hope, from all the research I've done. Let's hope it works, so we'll see. Okay, now that's all installed and we should be good to go. We'll go over here. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this. There is the H23A1. It was boosted. The motor did run and everything. I did take it apart. Some guy's gonna buy the crank off me. He didn't buy the crank off me, so I had to put it back together. Found out that the rods and the main bearings for the crankshaft and everything were pretty much shot. Need new ones. They're not bad. There's no scoring or anything on anything. It was just all superficial. But I'm trying to sell this right now. Haven't had anyone want to buy it yet, but I was gonna put this turbo, this little, let me get in there, this little TO4E in there. It has no shaft play or anything, works great. Was gonna put that on the F23A1 right here. It's currently upside down because I'm gonna be doing a balance shaft delete on it here soon. Just waiting for a bunch of parts to come in, but I got the log manifold coming in for it, and then I have actually a bigger turbo. It's a GT3035, I think it is, something like that. It's max pinion rods. I've had max pinion rod stuff before. They're great if you're on a budget. I already have an oil pan down there with the drain line in it. It was already done from the previous guy that had this motor. Not the greatest, but it'll work hopefully. If not, we'll figure it out. I got a down pipe for it. I don't want to hood dump this thing. I want to do a down pipe just straight down to the ground, just because these, you know, Preludes are a little older, a little harder to find. But we can do a little walk around here on these this Prelude here. Let me just get you off of the thing here. There we go. So yeah, this camera might die on me, so I'm not swap over my phone, but it's not too bad of a shape. It's pretty clean interior. It's got a little crack right up there on the dash. Did I have to do the window on this? That's why it's taped up and everything from previous owner. Fenders are actually really good. Someone did previous body work on this, so it's not too bad. The trunk isn't bad. It does kind of do a little thing. I got to fix right here. This lip's bent. The only rust really on it is right here. So other than that, the car's pretty solid. This fender, I'm probably going to do body work on and redo the whole thing. Don't know what color I want to paint it yet, but we'll figure it out from there, and the hood needs to be painted.